Good afternoon, good evening, according to where you are connected to everyone. So we are ready to start this Annalyn Foundation Network multi-country debate, number 4. I would like to remind you today's motion. Today we will debate on the motion. This House believes that we should invest more on nuclear power rather than green energy. I would like to ask you now to introduce each of us, to introduce yourself. So it will be also a chance to try our audio and microphones. So we may start with the trio that I see on the left side. So Matteo, Alessandro, Gian, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Hello, everyone. I am Matteo and I'm from Italy.
Hi, Alessandro from Italy. From Macedonia.
Could you also state which is your role in today's debate? So if you are observer, adjudicator, or debater?
Yes, to be right. Today I'm going to be one of the adjudicator.
I'm going to be the adjudicator as well. I'm going to be an observer.
Okay, thank you very much. And welcome to Mustafa and Patricia.
Yes, hello everyone. I am Mustafa from Macedonia, and today I'm going to be debating on the proposition side about this topic.
Hello, my name is Patricia. I'm from Spain, and I'm going to be a debater as well in the proposition side.
Thank you very much. And welcome, Gabriele.
Hello everyone, I'm Gabriele, I'm from Italy, and today I will participate as an observer.
Thank you. And next one, Muratcan, please.
Hello everyone, this is Muratcan from Turkey. I will be debater as well today, so happy to see you all.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Erilda.
Hello everyone, my name is Erilda from Albania. I will participate today as an observer. Thank you.
Thank you. And next one, Oussama, please.
Hello everyone. Again, my name is Oussama. I'm from Algeria, and I will be a debater too.
Thank you very much. Hello, Hanka.
Hi, everybody. My name is Anka, and I'm from Romania, and I will be an observer today.
Thank you very much, Anka. And welcome to Stefan.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you again. I'm Stefan. I'm from Macedonia.
And you will be observer?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Okay. Thank you, Stefan. Alper.
Hello. Can you hear me? I'm from Turkey. My name is Alper. Hello to everyone. I miss you all.
Thank you. And Zinab, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dina. I'm from Egypt, logging in from Cairo. I'll be joining as an adjudicator.
Thank you very much, Zinab. And then we have the duo, Enrique and Marichica.
Yeah, hello. My name is Enrique. I come from Spain.
My name is Marichica, and I'm from Romania.
And we are going to be
observers,
both of us.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And then we have Ashwak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so my name is Ashwak Madani. I'm from Algeria, and I will be an adjudicator today.
Okay, thank you so much. So it seems that our audio, our connection works very well today. Nice to see that. So we are ready to start. I will prepare now the breakout rooms, so the kind of private rooms for the debaters to prepare themselves. And I will also invite the observers to join in the preparation. It's just for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, me and Esmeralda, we will be here with the other adjudicators just to refresh on the evaluation criteria. But first of all, maybe we can also introduce ourselves.
Yes, so I'm Esmeralda. I'm from Albania and living in Turkey. Especially for this debate, I'll be adjudicator, and I'm also representing Anna Foundation, head of Network Turkey.
And my name is Jacopo, and I'm from Italy, and I will be moderator of today's event. Okay, so just 1 minute to create the breakout rooms. So on one side, we need to put okay, you should have received an invitation. I made a mistake because they should not be.
Sure.
But I need how to. Just 1 moment. Sorry. How to move them to one. I need them to come back. That's
Why?
Because Alessandro and Matteo, they are adjudicator.
Move to room 1.
No, room 1 is this one.
Unsign. You cannot unsign?
No.
Not joined.
Need to, okay, I will message them.
To leave the room.
Yeah. So anyway, we can stop the recording. Yeah. And welcome back to everyone. We're ready to start with the debate. So I want to remind you, it's Anna Foundation, head of Network Turkey, that is hosting this debate, multi-country debate number 4. And I want to remind you the motion as well. The motion of today's debate is: this House believes that we should invest more on nuclear power rather than green energy. So on the proposition side, we have Mustafa and Patricia. And I would like to ask you, who is the first debater of your group, of your team?
Yeah. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be the first debater.
Okay, Patricia is the first debater of the proposition team, and Mustafa is the second one. And what about the opposition team, Muratcan and Oussama?
I will be the first speaker.
Okay.
I'll be the second.
My comrade will be the second speaker.
Okay. Thank you very much. So we're able to start. I will now share the screen with the timer. Just one moment. Okay, so once again, this House believes that we should invest more on nuclear power rather than green energy. We're ready to start the debate with the first debater of the proposition team. So Patricia from Spain, the floor is yours for 4 minutes from the moment you start to speak.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this debate. First of all, I would like to introduce our position, and this house believes that we have to continue investing in nuclear power. During our debate, during our intervention, we are going to speak about the positive aspects of the nuclear energy. Also, we are going to explain a bit how this energy is working, and we're going to compare it with the green energies. First of all, I would like to start saying that all the things that we know about nuclear energy is stereotypes, and the society started to think that this energy is bad without no reasons proved. Actually, most of the times it seems that we only see The Simpsons, we only watch The Simpsons, and because we saw three eyes fishes in The Simpsons, we are going to start that all the nuclear energy is bad. But I would like also to say to you what is nuclear energy and how it's working. First of all, we have a reactor. In this reactor, we have uranium or another molecules with radioactivity. Those molecules are heated until they start to spread the neutrons. Those neutrons are hitting another molecules, and we are getting a lot of heat in this process. We use this heat in order to this hot in order to heat the water. This water is going to become vapor water, and is going to move a turbine. This turbine, this reactor, first of all, have the capacity to start the reaction whenever we want to start it, to maintain it during the time that we want to maintain it, and later to stop it totally safely. Also, we would like to make you understand all the positive things that nuclear energy has. For example, is super strong, and also is an stable energy, because we can use it whenever we want. We can supply all the demands that the houses or the cities has in this moment. For example, if all the people want to watch the TV at one moment, we want to watch the TV in this moment. Thanks to nuclear energy, we can do it. Also, as I said, it's easy to adapt to the demands of the cities. It's easy also to store, and it's cheap to produce. Why is cheap to produce? Because even if we consider that we have to build the nuclear plant, this plant can work for more than 60 years. So we can still see plants that is working for more than 80 years. So the investment is already amortized. Also, after 4 years, we decide to stop the use of we decide to stop the work of this nuclear plant. After 4 years, it's totally clean to start to be used for another uses. Also, I would like to say that we have to understand that in this moment when the water is being heated, the only bad thing that we produce is vapor of water. So this is the same contaminant, the same pollutant as to boil an egg. And this is a message that I want to keep in your mind, because it's really, really clarifying. Also, I would like to ask you a rhetoric question. And do you know that in one uranium pellet, it's like more or less a peanut, you can produce as much energy as if you use 800 kilos of coal? Because this is also a really interesting thing to think. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Patricia. And now the floor goes to the first debater of the opposition team, which is Muratcan from Turkey. So Muratcan, the floor is yours for 4 minutes.
Thank you very much, dear friends, dear oppositions, dear judges, dear everyone. I'm greeting you all. This House believes that green energy has to be invested more than nuclear energy. Eventually, our opposition side has clearly given us details why green energy has to be more supported. I would like to thank her. As we remember from The Simpsons, we don't want fishes to have 50 eyes. We want fishes to have 2 eyes. So let's remind us to the nuclear history. What do you remember when I say nuclear? Let me tell you what I remember. I remember Ukraine, Chernobyl. The Chernobyl has given damage over than 200,000 people. These are data given all around. This is not a data that is so confidential. It's clear data. And after even 30 years, it is clear to understand that Chernobyl still continues to hurt, still continues to harm. And in the reports I have seen from the United Nations, it has clearly stated that it will continue to harm 122 years more because of one generator to explode. Okay, it gives us more energy, but is energy or humanity more unique? We have to think and think. Dear friends, dear judges, dear observers, and dear opposition, today we see that nuclear energy is active in 15 countries, right? Even in several other countries, several plants are tried to be opened, and these plants are tried to be more, high technology. What about these 15 plants? They have damages to the internal and external. Let me talk about that. The external damage is clearly the waste. Okay, let's take the waste out of the country. Where are we gonna put them? Into the ocean, or to the salt lake, or to give them to the undeveloped countries? It is important to understand humanity or just our income. This is an issue, big issue. When I have seen from the data given from the World Wind Energy reports, it states that after turning to wind energy, Switzerland has gained 5% more clean energy, and by that has received 13% of clean air. This is important. Look, 5% gain in the energy win and 13% clean air. The same issues with Austria. Austria has gained 12% of clean air from wind. Let's come to solar energy, which is a green energy. I want to tell why we support. 26% in Turkey, the energy is generated from solar, and 18% of the energy of Greece is developed from the green energy. So less area, because when you are using nuclear, you are clarifying everywhere. You cannot enter, you cannot close, it's danger. Less killing, less harming, safe future. This is important. Let me tell again, a safe future, less harming to the society. See, 30 years passed and still we are told Chernobyl. Less killing and of course, less usage of the area. And as the first opposition, I would like to thank my oppositions, my judges, and everyone. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much, Muratcan. Now we go back to the proposition team with the second debater, which is Mustafa from North Macedonia. So Mustafa, the floor is yours for 4 minutes.
Just a second. I will start in yeah, we will have to also share the graphics, but first and last. Jacopo, can you please share the PDF? If I don't think we're gonna have the time, but okay, please.
So I will share the PDF, but we cannot.
Yeah.
Okay, so just
yeah,
one
the PDF.
You need to take the time, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Just 1 moment, I'm taking the time, and I will tell you when 10 seconds are missing. Just 1 moment.
Okay.
Okay, you can start.
Okay, so hello everyone once again, dear proposition team and dear judges. I would like to start firstly by asking or telling to Muratcan that creating fishes, it's not humans' work, it's what God does. So there are fishes with 50 eyes or 15 eyes, that's not our issue. So There was one question after Switzerland, or there was one point after Switzerland turned from energy to green energy to solar panels. You said that they gained more clean air, but from which energy? From coal or fossil fuels? I don't know. I didn't get anything from that. So another thing, the Ukraine, Chernobyl said that, okay, we agree that there was a damage, but there were only 31 deaths in the moment. That has been, of course, that there are damages, and also there are going to be accidents. Accidents will happen always. So humanity is above all, but without energy, how you are going to survive, I don't really know. And also the dangerous, and you said about the waste that you were talking. So the waste that you say is dangerous. It's because we don't have the idea very clear here. So let me explain. US uses 20% of its energy from nuclear plants. So it means for 6 years that they have been using nuclear energy, that waste can be stored in a football pitch. Is it that clear? So it's not a big waste, and that is stored underground until it is its radioactivity has decayed completely. So yeah, that was what I have to say for you. And why we should invest in nuclear energy, that's very important, because as same as the renewable energy, nuclear energy is also environmentally friendly. If we can go just a little bit down, Jacopo, to tell the emission that these factors produce, like wind source, nuclear, and hydro. So we can see that nuclear power is less dangerous in a way than solar panels or whatsoever. Okay, and we have to keep in mind that nuclear energy is irresistible with its capacity factor of 92% to 93% of work. If we can go a little bit up, Jacopo. So meaning that 336 days out of 365 you will have constant energy, when compared to other types of green energy like solar, wind. They work in much less capacity than nuclear power, because they depend on an outer factor. For example, they have to also have some kind of energy when it's not working. I mean, you cannot determine the wind, or you cannot determine the sun. You cannot determine how the clothes to go right or left. And yes. Also, nuclear energy can contribute in slowing the global warming. It can help slowing global warming, as you saw from the dioxide carbon emission. And what else? So if we jump 10 seconds. Okay, so that was it. That was it. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you very much. Now we move back to the opposition team, the second debater of the opposition team, which is Oussama from Algeria. So Oussama, the floor is yours.
Yes. Hi, you can hear me very well, yes?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to start. Well, my name is Oussama. I would like to welcome you all into to our debate. And I am the second speaker of the opposition. And we are debating the motion that this House believes that we should invest more on nuclear power rather than green energy. I would like to stress our rejection of the motion itself, and I will explain why once I present my arguments, which will be about the economical reasons and environmental and the health reasons. But first, I have to rebuttal what the proposition have claimed. Well, for the first speaker, she gave just a definition, and there wasn't enough to to rebuttal, but she pointed to something talking about the uranium and how a small piece of it can generate a lot of power, like it is something magical with no consequences. Well, 1 gram of the uranium used in the reactors, which is uranium 235, can be radioactive for 700 million years. So once we deal with it as a waste from the reactors, how will we deal with it? What is the solution to deal with it? To send it to space, to put it underground? What will be the effects on the environment and the human health in the future? For the second speaker, I believe that we are not in a religious debate, so I don't know why he came up with that. He said that the US have been using the nuclear energy for more than 60 years, and the waste is the size of a football field. But the fact is, the waste is now 88,000 tons of waste, and until today the cost is I believe it is $19 billion in order to get rid of that waste, and they still deal with so much hardship to move that waste from a place to another. I have to remind him also, as my friend, as my colleague did, with the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, which was caused by man, by the lack of maintenance in the reactor. Now, I will start presenting our arguments. The first argument is the difference of cost of generating power using nuclear resources compared to a source of green energy. In mid-2019, new wind and solar generators competed efficiently against even existing nuclear power plants in cost terms, and grew generating capacity faster than any other power type. So the annual nuclear industry status reports showed the cost of generating solar power ranges from $36 to $44 per megawatt hour. The WNISR said while onshore wind power comes in at $29 to $56 per megawatt for hour, nuclear energy costs between $112 and $189. So you already see the difference between the two costs of using nuclear energy and green energy. And over the past decade, the WNISR estimates levelized costs, which compare the total lifetime cost of building and running a plant to lifetime output. For utility scale solar have dropped by 88%. Again, they dropped by 88%, and for wind by 69%. For nuclear, they have increased by 23%. So again, the cost is increasing for the nuclear, and for the green energy is dropping. And my second argument is about the environmental and health devastating that nuclear energy sources have. Yes.
I'm sorry, I need to stop you because time is up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much to the 4 debaters. As you know, now for the first round is over. For the second round, now you will have 3 minutes each, so a bit shorter. Okay. So we are ready now to restart from the first debater of the proposition team for this second round. So back to Patricia from Spain. Patricia, when you're ready, the floor is yours for 3 minutes.
Okay, so thank you very much, Oussama. Thank you very much, Muratcan. First of all, I would like to say to Oussama, okay, I was explaining how is working the nuclear plant, just because as you told me you don't have any idea of this. I mean, you were telling me that this is not clean energy, but as I told you before, this is as contaminant as to boil 1 egg. And also related the accident in Fukushima. First of all, this accident was produced by a earthquake. After the earthquake came the tsunami, and this is the reason because Fukushima catastrophe happens. not because a fail in the nuclear central. Later, also, I would like to tell you that the waste that you said, the reactivity waste, radioactivity waste, usually we use just 5% uranium enriched uranium. So that means once you take the power of this uranium, the rest, the waste, is very low or medium radioactivity. It gives us a medium, very low or medium radioactivity level. This radioactivity level is stored in a really well prepared areas. in a really well prepared areas, and you can let it, because I don't know if you know this or not, but reactors for the fourth generation are starting to be tested at the moment, and all of those pools and all of those stored from for those radioactivity waste are going to be used as the new resources, of the new sources. So they are not going to be any more waste, they are going to be new resources. Also, I would like to explain you, if we want to take the same energy using aeolic or using wind or sun energy, we have to use a lot of, a really, really huge field, because for produce the same as just one reactor produce, we need at least 3 million solar panels or 430 wind turbines. And have you ever imagined what is this, the visual impact and the environmental impact and the impact in the health of the animals also? Have you ever asked for that? Also, I would like to remind you that there are some toxic materials in the solar panels as hazardous products. And what happens with those materials once the photovoltaic solar panel stop to work? In which way do you recycle, or have you ever asked you this question to you? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Patricia. Now the floor goes back to Muratcan, first debater of the opposition team. The floor is yours for 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. Dear debaters, dear judges, dear observers, now it's my time again. Well, let me answer some of the questions, and then let me ask and finalize. We were talking about the 50-eye fish from Simpsons, but it was your statement, not ours. And from this idea, we do not support. We still like the 2-eye fish. You had said that God created these, and we don't want to talk about this. Okay, God created the forests. Let's live in the caves. Let's live in the forest. Why do you support the idea of nuclear? Because nuclear is mechanic. It harms the understanding of natural. So I'm not sure about your understanding. You have said 30 people have lost their lives in Chernobyl. Maybe in the first second they lost. I have checked in the BBC and at the same time Wikipedia. It states clearly in the first second 31 people lost, not 30. Please, let's correct that. And in the first 5 years, 5,000 people have lost lives in Chernobyl. And let's see about the green energy. It has been mentioned many animals are losing their lives. How many birds have been died? Can you tell us the numbers? How many deers have lost their lives? I can clearly state that 5,000 people lost in 5 years their lives in Chernobyl. I have data. I can give it out to you. You can check from Wikipedia, you can check from BBC, you can check easily from anywhere else. But I couldn't find any data how many birds died, in which region they died, and why they died. We support all animals. We support all humanity. We are not only supporting the us, our source, the humans. We support everyone. And it is important to see that. Let's see to France. France is an active nuclear country that is using nuclear plants. But the French Development Agency has given full support to green energy in Morocco. They have said in MedCop 23 reports, you can see that clearly. They said, if you generate your houses with solar, we will, as the French Development Agency, support you. And with this support, they gave full understanding, and all in their reports, they're clarifying that step by step, they want to go away from the nuclear. Same with Germany. And you have said it's safe, but In Turkey, it is trying to be planted in Mersin. Mersin is being in the site of earthquakes. So we are clearly against the second Chernobyl, and therefore we support our idea of fully energy of clean sources. Therefore, thank you very much. It was a big pleasure to be together and to support our idea. And I'm sure that you are convinced as well. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Muratcan. Now the floor goes to Mustaf, second debater of the proposition team, for a summary of the main points and a closing speech from the proposition side. The floor is yours for 3 minutes.
So thank you, everyone. Hello again. So let me continue with what Muratcan said about Chernobyl. In 5 years, 5,000 people died, but only from pollution, greenhouse pollution, 700 to 800 people die in a year in US, and you can also check in other countries as well for that. And when we come to France and Germany, as you mentioned, let's be honest, everyone knows here that France has had major colonies in Africa. So even if it's not official now, who wants to I mean to stop the benefit as France? No, so France is still having those governments and those territories kind of under control. So let's be clear on that. So what would you say about it? Yeah, okay. So our point is we are for investing in nuclear energy because and also we didn't receive any answer of our last question. I mean, what you are going to do with the solar panels when their lifetime ends? We didn't get any answer about that. So very pity for that. I really am disappointed. So our idea stays. We are for nuclear energy, as we mentioned during our arguments. It's environmentally friendly. It's zero emission generally, and we put very clear. So you need a much less space for a nuclear plant to work than for a solar panel or a wind turbine to function. We also didn't receive anything about that point. I don't know where are you going to find that land and deforest the land. So we stay with what we said, and we are for investing in nuclear energy. So that is, this house believes that we should invest more in nuclear energy because it's irreplaceable, strong, and reliable energy. Thank you all.
And thank you very much, Mustaf. Now the floor goes to Oussama for a summary and closing speech from the opposition side. Oussama, the floor is yours for 3 minutes.
Yes. Hello again. So I've wrote nothing actually because to me, obviously, I'm debating with the owners of the nuclear reactor in the Simpsons show. So they are giving us trying to give us questions about what will we do about the waste from the solar panels. Well, it's recycling. Obviously, the technology allows us to use the recycling, and it is something you need to understand. You need to look for. And it is a cheaper way than dealing with the nuclear waste generated by the reactors in the world, which until today they don't have a good method to deal with it. You can check also how some companies disposed of it in the shores of Somal. I'm going to try to give a brief summary of what we presented. What we did is that we presented facts when it comes to the Chernobyl disaster or the Fukushima disaster, where the main reason for what happened in Japan actually was not the earthquake as much as the lack of maintenance. We provided you also with why is the green energy better than the nuclear energy when it comes in terms of cost right now, and how it can be faster and more growing, and it can be an easy way to combat against global warming, unlike nuclear energy, which actually it takes between 5 to 8.5 years to build a nuclear reactor. The proposition tried to show us that nuclear energy is way better, but they didn't give resources or any numbers that can really help, unlike us. We also talked about the effects of any kind of disasters that the nuclear waste can affect by the environment and the human health. I would like to say that and to restate again our position, which is that we are against developing or encouraging the use of nuclear energy in the world, but we stand for the use of green energy in the world nowadays to fight global warming and to help the environment on Earth. Thank you.
And thank you very much to the 4 debaters. So we are done with the multi-country debate number 4, hosted by the Analin Foundation Head of Network Turkey. Now we will give 10 minutes to the adjudicators to make their evaluation. So I'm creating a special room for them. Just a moment. Okay, so Ashwak, Zinab, Matteo, Alessandro, and Esmeralda received an invitation. We have still Ashwak with us. Okay. Meanwhile, in these 10 minutes, I would like to use this time to ask some feedback and comments from our dear observers. So I would like to start from Erilda. Erilda, can you provide us with your comment on today's debate?
Yes, thank you. Firstly, I would like to say that to thank and to congratulate both teams because for their positions. This motion was highly contested and a real world issue that raised tough questions as well for society, and for which side, of course, there were strong arguments to give. And then I would like also to congratulate Patricia for her position because she could clearly give a clear definition about the topic and the motion that they wanted to defend, because this is also important because this thing places the debate mostly and gives a clear definition about that. Honestly, both arguments were based on data. They demonstrated facts. Also, we saw graphics from second speaker of proposition from Mustafa. But maybe after calculating the points and everything, the arguments given, the clarity of them from judges, we will have a more clear point of view of this debate. But for me, they were both great, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Hilda, for your feedback. And I would like to continue with Gabriele, please.
Hello, everyone. Okay. Also from my side, as Rilda said, I want to congratulate with everyone. It was really interesting, and also the motion is really interesting motion. If I want to underline of the proposition team that I follow the preparation of the strategy, they work hard on it, but at the same time I found some lack of knowledge in both of the group. I don't know, and especially from the proposition, little bit weak, maybe some rebuttal, but everyone was really good. But especially I want to underline my congratulations to Muratcan. Then instead, in my opinion, was the one that, especially in the rebuttal, was it explained better also all the part, and was from all the debater, in my opinion, the best one. Thank you.
We can continue with Stefan, please.
Hi, everyone. Last debate, I was judge, and I said that the boys, they didn't prepare so good, but now you are very, very good, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. And what about Marichica and Enrique? We would like to hear from you, please.
Yeah. So when we were in the room, like in the private room with the opposition, I had a little bit of a feeling that also they were not that well prepared, but actually they did use their time, and they came with arguments.
Sorry, were you in the preposition?
With Muratcan
Yeah,
and
with Muratcan.
Okay, opposition.
Yeah, opposition. But actually, during the debate, they like worked for their arguments. They came with arguments, and I think they did a pretty good job. Also, Patricia with Mustafa. And
yeah, from my point of view, yeah, I will also, like, as Gabriela was saying, I will like to say, like, it was really nice to hear, especially from Muratcan. I really like the way he used the other arguments in order to give his arguments with data, and also, as Gabriela was pointing out, I saw some lack of data from Patricia and Mustafa. Even though Mustafa was like really visual with this graphic, I think that he could have been using it like in a proper way. But even those things, I think that I mean, I really enjoyed the debate, and it was like really good from both parts.
And thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks to you for supporting us. And so from Enrique from Spain and Marichica from Romania, we move to Anca from Romania as well.
Okay, so I think the same thing like Marichica and Enrique. Maybe it's the good name. I don't know exactly. So I think the both presentation were good, and also I have the same opinion. It was a lack of communication with Muratcan and
Oussama. Okay. Oh, we lost Anca. Okay, hopefully she can be back soon. Meanwhile, I would like to ask to Fahman from Indonesia. Would you like Fahman to provide us a...
Hey everyone, it's good to see you online. So thank you and congratulations for both teams. It was nice, and it seems like you did a pretty good job. There are many technical terms like capacity factor, localized cost of electricity. It's like levelized cost of electricity. This was a very tough topics, I can say. So maybe not everyone can like really fast learning about it. So if I may, I'm just going to comment, like to give some a bit of my knowledge about this issue, because I personally studied about this thing. So basically, in order to have a decision about the energy policy of the country, there are several things that we need to consider. For example, the technology, and then the economy, the social, and one of the most important things is the political. So both nuclear and clean energy. Actually, I don't like the term clean energy because none of the technology is clean. Like in their lifetime, in the way they are producing, like solar PV, wind, and nuclear, there must be environmental footprint, not necessarily carbon dioxide, but also environmental footprint. So anyway, in terms of the technological, both has advantage and disadvantage, of course. So, but the thing is, we can't really rely on any one of them. For example, we can't only rely nuclear, 100% nuclear for electricity. It is just doesn't make any sense. Or we can't also do with clean energy totally, like only with solar, with wind, completely. It's not possible because it's like there are many factors that we can't control. When the wind blows, we get the energy. When the solar, when there is light, we can get solar. What if we don't have it? But the thing is, the technology is still growing. So both nuclear and the other technologies, they keep expanding, and hopefully both can be a good mix of each other. But one thing for energy policy, what we need is diversification. So we need both, like all of the energy. We can't rely only one of the energy. And also the political part is also important. Let's just hope that our decision makers, both policy makers, will be good and make a good decision for us, because this is a very important resources for us. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Fahman, for your detailed analysis. And now I would like to ask to Jan, that is here with us, comment, and then Alper and Anka also is back.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for the debate. I really enjoyed it. Well, one of the things that I didn't agree, and hey Fahman, the thing was that what I didn't agree, we cannot do with one, or we cannot do with any of them at the same time. I really believe that there are many countries now that they are using green power, solar energy mainly, or different types, and they are managing to sustain their country, as well as also collect that much in order to be able to sell to other countries as well. So from that point of view, depending on, obviously, as Fahman mentioned, that the political aspect, the economical aspect of the country, this depends on many factors to make it available. From other point of view, and everyone is laughing, that's it's nice to hear you guys happy. So the thing that I really believe is that we should be able to invest in both of the ways of providing energy so that it would be a smoother transition. I really would like to thank everyone for the debate. Have an amazing night.
Let's close. Okay, last but not least, Alper.
Okay. Hello, guys. Firstly, I think nuclear power is the eventually we will get rid of nuclear power, because we don't have enough technology, I think, because maybe in 100 years they can find maybe microwaves, when they can reproduce microwaves, I don't know, something else, because of there's no huge research and development on renewable energy. That's why it seems like we have to use nuclear power. But in my opinion, nuclear power is, I mean, depends on countries competition. I mean, they are competing with each other. That's why they are competing with nuclear power as well. So it must be. I mean, they should deal with each other to get rid of this nuclear power, and they're trying to improve their economies with cheap power, but this is risky, as everyone knows, because there can be some earthquakes. But in my opinion, the Patricia and Mustafa defended very well. I mean, I thought the winner would be the green energy, but they did a great job, I think. But the weird thing is, Farman is, how can I say, is in a green place, but he is supporting not green place. It's weird. It's I mean, conflicting thing, right? So thank you for everyone.
No, I would like to go back to Anka, please.
Okay, I'm sorry for the bad connection. So I hope you can hear me now. It's okay? Okay.
Yes.
So I agree with my colleagues. I think also that the presentation of Patricia and his colleague was very great. And about the topic of the subject of the debate, I think it's very important to know exactly and to have information of both sides. So for a better understanding, we need to know exactly what means to have one type of power or another. I don't think exactly that one is better than the other. I think that it's important to get the best in which of the two I'm sorry. So I think that I have the same opinion with my college, and I congratulate all the participants. Thank you.
Today is very difficult. Thank you very much, Anka. And we are now back. Our adjudicators are back. So I would like to ask an analysis from your evaluation. So first to each of you, and then one delegate to announce the winning team of today's debate. So either Zinab, Matteo, Alessandro, Esmeralda, or Ashwak, if you can, one of you start, please.
Each of us, we agreed that each of us will give short comments about the debate in overall, and I will be announcing the winner at the end. So maybe Zinab, you can start if you are ready. Zinab?
Yes. Yes. Well, first of all, I would like to thank all of you, both teams, for their performance and their working hard for this debate. Just like a few comments generally for everyone like who's taking debating as something to practice. Just like focus on what evidence and illustrations that you are providing, that like take care is to bring like reliable sources and to fill the sources and to give like exact data, because like these are real things. People might go and check this behind you, so it's not something we throw it in vain. Second thing is that we do not address each other with names, we address each other with titles. P1 said, P2 said, or my partner said if we are in the same team. Last thing, like rebuttaling, we need to follow like a very clear strategy in rebuttaling. What they said, why is that there is a problem on what they said, and how this problem can be approached, or how can I present like more logical thing in this. So this is all what I have like, and then I would leave it to my other colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zinab.
Okay, so for me, there was one team that performed better than the other in in all of the aspects overall, but in particular, it was about the structure of the argument, and going back to the motion, which was we should invest more on nuclear power rather than green energy. So is this contradiction between nuclear power and green energy that both teams should have dealt with and try to bring into their own conclusion. And so yeah, that's my comment.
Ashwak, do you want to be next? Okay.
Ashwak, I will try to contact her. Maybe Alessandro.
Yeah. So for me, starting for the point that I want to thank both of the teams because I think that both of them were doing a great job. And so based on my judge, I think that there was a team that managed to get all of the points in a better way. So they were performing better than the other ones. And if I have to think about the style in one of these two teams, the style was very important because they were having a proper exposition on certain things. So this is one of the main factors because the argument as well were structured in a better way, as Matteo was talking about. And also they were, one of the team was rebattling in a better way. It means that they were actually answering the things and they were listening to the other side, which is another great point. So this makes the whole let's say the whole point of view a little bit wider. So I also want to mention the interculturality, and both of them, they were doing a great job because they mentioned a few points regarding, you know, like many other perspectives in the world. So they were doing a great job. And yeah, that's it. Well done, guys.
Okay, so maybe.
Sorry, I think Ashwak is back. I was taking so.
Yes.
I think she can intervene, and then you can make the closing and announcement.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So first of all, I'd like to apologize for the bad internet connection I was having today. Probably not my best day. Second of all, I want to thank everyone who debated today, as well as the observers and the organizers. Unfortunately, I was just able to witness the last three performances, but so my feedback wouldn't be of much use like the other adjudicators. But one thing I want to emphasize on is to thank both the P2 and the O2 because they did a great job to me, because I could get what happened during the debate even though I didn't watch it. So I think this is the most important role of the last two speakers in the second round. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Good motion, by the way.
Thank you very much, Ashwak. And now final feedback and announcement of the winning team from Esmeralda.
Okay, thank you, Jacopo. I also would like to thank all the participants, not only the debaters. They did a great job, of course, with preparing their motions, their arguments, and so on. But to everyone who dedicated their time into making happen this debate today, we discussed among us with my fellow judges, and our decision was unanimous, actually, for the reason that the previous judges mentioned, like the coherence of the arguments, the structure, the strategy used, and role fulfillment was better performed from one team rather than the other. We also identify some, let's say, a bit going out of motion at some point from one of the teams. So yeah, I would like to announce that the winning team for today's debate, drum roll, it's the opposition team with Muratcan and Oussama. Congratulations. And yeah, it was definitely a very fruitful debate. We could hear both perspectives and listen to many arguments and data that maybe we didn't know before. So it was quite beneficial in this aspect. And yeah, thank you very much to everyone. And we look forward to seeing you in other debates with ANALIM Foundation Turkey.
And thank you very much. Thank you very much also for to our adjudicators for making this evaluation. Thanks to all of you for taking part in the multi-country debate number 4. Hope to see you next time and have a very nice evening. See you next time.